Okay, so in this video, there's really two things I want to do. One, I want to do the active link. So if we click on properties, that black box should be around the properties link. And then second, I want to conditionally render some of these based on if we're logged in or not. Now, obviously, we don't have a login system yet, but we can just have a hard-coded piece of state that can be true or false. And if it's true, if is logged in is true, then we'll show the add property as well as these two icons. If it's false, meaning we're not logged in, then we'll show the login button. We also won't show this, and we won't show the add property. All right, so let's start off with the active links. So in your JSX output, anywhere where you see a BG black, we're going to remove it. So let's search for BG-black. So this is around the home link, right? And then actually there's only one, and it's around the home link. So I'm going to get rid of that initially. So now we don't have anything that has the black box unless we're hovering over it. Now, in order to tell which page we're on, we're actually going to use the use path name hook, which I actually showed you a few videos back. That's from Next Navigation. So let's bring that in. We'll say import, and then we want use path name from Next Navigation. Okay, now down here in the component, let's put this, let's see, we'll go, I guess we'll go right here and say const path name and set that to use path name. Actually, no, it's a lowercase n. Okay, use path name. So I should be able to now, and we can test this out by console logging path name. And if we open up our client console here, you can see slash. If I go to properties, we can see slash properties. So what we'll do, let's get rid of that console log. Let's go to the desktop menu first, which is right here. And let's see, we're going to change the class to have a conditional in it. So how do I want to do this? Let's just copy everything that's in the class name for now. I'm going to actually cut it. And we're going to set class name to some curly braces now because it's going to be dynamic, right? And then we'll put some backticks in here. And then we want, basically we want to have a conditional. So we're going to add our template literal syntax. And we're going to say if the path name is equal to, in this case, if it's equal to slash, because it's the home link, then, okay, so we're using a ternary here. So then we're going to add the class of BG-black. Else, so outside of the quotes, else, then it'll just be nothing, just an empty string. All right, now we still need those other classes that we cut. So those are going to go after the curly brace because those are just hard-coded. All right, so I'll save that. And now if we go home, now you can see that it has that black box around it. And then we can do the same with the others. What we can do is just copy the entire class name that we just did here. We can add it here, except now we'll change this to slash properties, right? And then this one here, let's replace class name, and we'll change that to slash properties slash add. So now if I go to properties, it's, you can see the black box, add property. So now we have those active links. All right, cool. So now what I want to do is the same for mobile links, because if I make this smaller, you can see home is still has the background no matter what. So now let's go to the mobile links, which are, I think they're up here. Now that's the mobile menu button. That's the right side menu, profile, right here, mobile menu. So we want to go to this link, and we're kind of going to do the same thing. Let's copy. Well, first of all, let's get rid of the background, which in this case is actually a BG Gray 900 instead of BG Black. I don't know why I did that, but we can then grab the rest of these classes and let's just cut them. And then we're going to do the same thing. We'll set the class name equal to some curly braces with some backticks, and then we're going to add our template literal syntax here for an expression and say if the path name is equal to slash, then could do the BG gray, but I'm going to make this consistent and do BG black. Else, then nothing, right? And then the rest of the classes will go after the curly brace. Okay, let's save that. Let's go home, and now that has the background. So now we'll copy that class name, go down to the next one, properties, paste that in, change that to slash properties, and then this one here, change that to properties slash add. And now, if I go to properties, that stays, add property. So now we have it working for the mobile menu. Now we want to do the conditionals based on if we're logged in or not. So later on, we're going to be using next auth, and we'll be able to fetch the session, and we'll check if there's a session. But we don't have that yet, obviously. So let's just do a piece of state. Actually, I'll just copy that down. And let's make it false by default, and we're going to call it, let's say, is logged in. Okay, then we're going to have set is logged in. Then what we'll do is conditionally wrap, let's see, let's do the add property link first. And remember, we have a desktop and a mobile menu, so we have to cover our bases with both. So right here is the desktop add property. So I'm going to wrap this, let's say, is logged in, then show whatever's in these parentheses. And we're going to take this link, cut that, put that in here. What did I do wrong? I didn't copy that right. We need the entire thing. Okay, we'll put that in there. Now, since we're not logged in, right, it's set to false, we can't see it. If I change this, the default value to true, then we do see it. So we know that that's working. Now, let's do the same for the mobile menu, right? So we want this same conditional. So down, let's see, mobile menus down at the bottom. Right here, add property. So same thing, I'm going to go right above it, and I'll paste that in. Yeah, we want to end it like that. And then let's take the whole link, cut it, put that in there. So now only if we're logged in will we see that mobile link, which right now we are logged in, right? If I set it to false, now we don't see add property. Okay, next I'm going to do, let's see, we want the login or register to show if we're not logged in, and we don't want this stuff to show, right, if we're not logged in. So let's find that, and that's going to be the right side menu. I think I even have it labeled, yeah, logged out here, and then logged in. So right here where it says logged out, let's put a conditional that says if not is logged in, then we're going to show this div. So we'll cut that, put that in there, and then for this right here where it says it's logged in, we'll go right under that, and here we'll say is logged in, then we want this entire div. That div ends right here. So I'm going to grab that, and we're going to cut it, and we're going to put it in those parentheses. So now we only see the login and register. If I set that back to is logged in to true, then we don't see the login button anymore. We just see the icons, right? Profile thing, add property. Now let's make sure for the mobile menu, right now we're supposedly logged in, so we shouldn't see the login or register. And actually, the way this is formatted with the icon, I think I'm going to get rid of the icon on mobile menus. So let's go down to where the mobile menu is, which is right here. And let's see, I'm just going to get rid of that Google icon. Good. Now we only want, let's see, so we are logged in, so we don't want this to show. So let's wrap that, which is this button right here. So let's see, if we're not is logged in, then we'll show the button. Okay, so now we don't see it. Good. Now if we log out, so I'm going to go back up here, set this to false. And now, yeah, good. So we do see the login button. We have to close it. All right, cool. So the basic logic of our nav bar is done. I mean, obviously we have to do the authentication. We have to deal with the messages much later. But for now, we should be all set as far as as far as the navigation goes. So in the next video, we'll start to work on some of the other components on the home page.